Welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be continuing on with our SwiftUI tutorial series, and in this particular tutorial we are going to be taking a look at how we can dismiss the keyboard using a scrolling gesture. Now this is going to require a scroll view, so just keep that in mind because this modifier will only work on a scroll view. It will not work when you attach it to a text field or to a text editor or anything like that. It will only work when attached to a scroll view. All right, so right here I have a couple fields inside of a VStack, and this VStack is inside of a scroll view. This is similar to akin to like an account registration page in an app where we have the email, username, date of birth, gender, bio, that kind of stuff. And so I have this form designed specifically to make sure that simply to make sure that it can scroll. You don't have to do it that way, but I'm doing it. So okay, let's get started with how exactly it is that we do this now that we've kind of gone over what the sample project is. So what we are going to be excuse me. What we're going to be learning about is the scroll dismisses keyboard modifier. There's one parameter in this modifier that it takes, and there are 4 different options for this modifier. The first is none, meaning scrolling does not dismiss the keyboard. There is automatic, which tells the system to determine what the best behavior would be. There is interactively, which basically, as you scroll, the keyboard slowly goes down or up based on the scrolling position of your gesture, as if you yourself are physically swiping the keyboard away. And then there's immediately, which upon any detection of a scroll, the keyboard disappears. All right, so how do we use this modifier then? Well, inside of Xcode, what we can do is we can do a dot scroll dismisses keyboard, and we can see these 4 options here. So the first one we get is automatic, immediately, interactively, and never. So if we do interactively, let me show you what that does. Now, to save time, I have the app running on my phone as we speak, so I'm going to turn on VoiceOver so I can actually enable screen mirroring.
VoiceOver selected. VoiceOver on. Tutorial app SwiftUI. Control center. Screen mirroring. Screen mirroring button. Screen mirroring.
All right.
32 inches Joshua's Mac Mini button.
I want my Mac Mini here. All right. So here we are.
Screen mirroring button.
Here we are in the app.
Tutorial app SwiftUI. Email. Text field. Selected. Mail button.
I'm going to say, I'm going to select the email field.
Email. Insertion point at start.
All right. Now I'm going to turn off VoiceOver,
Selected. VoiceOver button. VoiceOver off.
because this doesn't work too well when you have VoiceOver turned on. All right. So we can see we have the keyboard and all that. Well, if we try to slide, do a scroll gesture, you can see slowly but surely I'm interactively moving the keyboard up and down as I'm scrolling. I can swipe all the way down, and there it goes. It's gone. All right, so that's kind of how interactively works. Let's go ahead and take a look at how we can use immediately. So dot immediately, save that, and now let's run the code again here. All right, cool. I'm gonna turn on screen mirroring again
Voiceover selected.
because it does not stay on.
Voiceover on. Airplane mode. Switch button off. Volume 88%. Focus button. Volume 88%.
I don't want volume.
Screen mirroring. Screen mirroring.
I want screen mirroring. There it is.
Screen mirroring. 32 inch Joshua's Mac Mini button.
All right. Alrighty, so here we go. This is our app again. It's still trying to load everything. I'm not sure why it takes so long. Probably because it's an old phone. That's a piece of junk, but that's fine.
Text field.
All right.
Double tap to text field.
So let's use the text editor this time.
Text field is editing. Insertion point at start.
All right. Now I'm going to
Accessibility. Smart invert.
turn
Selected.
off voiceover here.
Voiceover off.
So we have our keyboard, and if I scroll even a little bit, it goes away. All right. So it's a really nice built-in way for you to be able to dismiss the keyboard in your iOS apps. Now, of course, there are other ways of dismissing the keyboard using something like focus state, which we'll cover in a later video, but that is a little bit more convoluted, and it can be finicky. It doesn't always work. So they added this modifier. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that anything before, at least to my recollection, anything before iOS 16, you can't use this. What we can do to confirm this is we can jump to this modifier's definition. And you can see that, yes, indeed, it only works from iOS 16 and onward. And while this does work on macOS, it's much less useful on Mac because you don't have that on-screen keyboard. It just means it means that it can be built on macOS, and you don't have to do any like platform conditionals or anything like that. All right. So that pretty much does it for this video, guys, on how we can dismiss the keyboard by scrolling in our apps with a scroll view. Thank you all so very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.